This team would always wrap light bulbs all over their bodies every time they went out, because once the lights went out, something terrifying would happen. It turned out that this was a world without sunlight, and darkness was filled with monsters that ate people. To reach the bright city as soon as possible, the 6 members of the team tried to pass through this dangerous tunnel. They wrapped light bulbs all over their bodies, used the lights to drive away the monsters, and to prevent sudden power outages, they deliberately connected each other with wires. But not long after they entered the tunnel, the power supply device of the man at the end of the team broke down. He tried to adjust it back and forth, but the lights kept getting darker. The tension of the group quickly spread. In the next second, the moment the man was dragged away by the monster, his teammates also suffered the same fate. The wires connecting them suddenly turned into shackles. One of the team members tried to cut the wires, but before he could do it, he was flung out by a huge force. No matter how he struggled, it was of no use, as the next unlucky person was the captain decisively cut the wires. Then he picked up the flashlight and slowly approached the teammate who had been flung away. When he found that the man's leg was broken and unable to walk, the captain decisively took away his power supply.
No, please don't. I can walk. I can walk.
Facing the desperate pleas of the team members, the captain turned his head away without looking back. To avoid causing panic, he lied that one of the teammates had unfortunately died from hitting his head, and believed him. She lit a few candles from the few available to mourn the deceased, but Danny questioned what the captain had said. Under Danny's continuous questioning, the captain finally told the truth. It turned out that part of the power supply had been damaged in the impact.
How many do we have left?
Oh. 3. Is that enough?
But now there were only 4 people, and the 3 power supplies were simply not enough to distribute. The captain proposed that they turn back, and he knew a place where they could pass through the monsters.
I know another way. To the west. Through the swarms. It's longer, but...
Just as the captain was telling them to hurry up and keep going, Danny shot him dead with a gun. To save his life, Danny forced Anne and the other to hand over their power supplies. He took away her power supply with his flashlight's light to keep them alive. Lena was just about to make a request.
Pero danos la linterna.
No. Yo nunca dije que os lo fuera a dar.
No nos moveremos hasta que no nos des la puta linterna.
Seeing Danny's callousness, Anne had no choice but to walk in front to clear the way. The roar of the monster kept echoing in Anne's ears. She was extremely frightened. What was worse, the flashlight was about to run out of power.
Parece que esto no va a acabar. Siento mucho, de verdad.
To save the remaining resources, Danny decisively turned off the flashlight. Seeing the candle lit by and in her hand, Danny immediately got angry and pulled out his gun to shoot, but due to the lack of light, he couldn't hit the target even after firing several shots, and quickly hid in the corner of the tunnel and escaped just in time. But the light from the candle was still too weak. She could clearly see the monster right in front of her. Although Danny had plenty of power supplies, the panic made him lose his way in the tunnel. Just as he was nervously running around, Danny was about to shoot when he suddenly noticed that his power supply line was being tightly clamped by the other party. Danny was taken away at the same time, and his power supply was also taken away. Fortunately, the captain left that flashlight with low power for Anne, and protected the flame and approached the fallen flashlight. Finally, at the last second, she managed to catch the light from the flashlight, but the remaining power was almost exhausted, and in despair, she noticed a light source not far away, and was overjoyed. She picked up the flashlight and ran towards the light, holding the light that might go out at any moment. In her ears was the roar of the monster in the darkness.